In a league full of flashy names and viral moments, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the loudest voice. He doesn't need to be, because his game speaks for itself. Smooth, silent, surgical. Once a skinny kid from Canada, overlooked, underrated, and doubted, Shai didn't just make it to the league, he took it over. Today, he's not just an all-star. He's a scoring machine, a leader, and one of the most complete guards in the modern game. This is the journey of SGA. From Hamilton, Ontario to the heart of Oklahoma City, the making of a champion, an MVP contender, and maybe a future NBA legend. Part 1. Humble beginnings in Canada. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was born on July 12, 1998 in Toronto, Canada, but raised in Hamilton, a city with more hockey dreams than hoop ones. Shai wasn't born into NBA hype. He wasn't a top recruit. He wasn't ranked in anyone's top 10. But he was different. Shy, quiet, obsessed with the game. His mother, Charmaine, was a sprinter. His father, Vaughn, a basketball coach. Discipline ran in the family. So did sacrifice. Shai practiced in silence. He studied film. He worked on his footwork, his handle, his pace, all before scouts ever looked his way. At 15, he was skinny. He looked like a role player, not a star. But even then, Shai knew what he could become. Part 2. The American Dream. To chase his dream, Shai left home. He moved to the U.S. to attend Hamilton Heights Christian Academy in Tennessee, far from family, friends, and comfort. There, under coach Zach Farrell, SGA evolved. He put on muscle. He sharpened his IQ. He wasn't flashy. He was crafty. He didn't explode past defenders. He glided around them. By senior year, he had flipped the script. Once overlooked, now he was a 4-star recruit. He committed to Florida, then flipped to Kentucky, a powerhouse program with a history of NBA guards. And in Lexington, he exploded. Part 3. Breakout at Kentucky. At Kentucky, Shai didn't even start the season as the lead guard. But by mid-season, he owned the offense. In one season, he averaged 14.4 points, 5.1 assists, and led the Wildcats to the Sweet 16. He was poised, calm, surgical, just like the pros. NBA scouts took notice, and in the 2018 draft, the Charlotte Hornets selected him 11th overall, but traded him immediately to the Los Angeles Clippers. The NBA journey had officially begun. Part 4. Finding his place in the NBA. As a rookie with the Clippers, SGA impressed. He didn't try to force anything. He let the game come to him, and still averaged over 10 points per game as a starter on a playoff team. Then came the summer of 2019, the trade that changed everything. The Clippers landed Paul George, sending Shai to the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was seen as a rebuilding move, but for SGA, it was an opportunity. He didn't just become the face of a franchise, he became the future of the league. Part 5. The Rise of a Superstar. In OKC, Shai didn't just grow, he ascended. Each season, his numbers climbed. 2019 to 2020, 19.0 points per game 2020 to 2021, 23.7 points per game 2021 to 2022, 24.5 points per game 2022 to 2023, 31.4 points per game, and then came 2024. MVP level stats, all NBA first team, an NBA championship with OKC. At just 6 feet 6 inches, with a 7-foot wingspan and unguardable pace, Shai became one of the toughest matchups in the league. He didn't overpower defenders. He manipulated them. Every hesitation, every step back, every Euro step, it was poetry in motion. Part 6. Leading Canada to the world stage. For years, Canada was seen as a hockey nation. Basketball? It was an afterthought, until a wave of talent began to rise. Jamal Murray, RJ Barrett, Dylan Brooks, and most importantly, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In 2023, that wave crashed onto the world stage at the FIBA World Cup, and leading that charge was SGA, not just as a scorer, but as a leader, a floor general, and the heart of the Canadian national team. Game after game, Shai outdueled NBA veterans, international stars, and entire defensive schemes thrown at him. He wasn't rattled. He was ready. Whether it was dropping 30 points in the clutch or making the right pass at the right time, Shai embodied balance and brilliance. Under his leadership, Team Canada secured the bronze medal, their first medal in a major global tournament since 1936. And for a generation of Canadian kids watching back home, this was more than basketball. This was history. Shai didn't just put Canada on the podium, he redefined Canadian basketball. He made the Maple Leaf a threat on the hardwood. And looking ahead to the 2024 Paris Olympics, with SGA at the helm, Team Canada now believes they're not just participants, they're contenders. Because when Shai puts on that red and white jersey, it's more than pride, it's purpose. Part 7, the mentality of a star. In an era dominated by social media, mixtapes, and overexposure, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an anomaly. He doesn't scream after dunks. He doesn't flex for the camera. He doesn't need the spotlight, because the spotlight finds him. SGA's approach to basketball is almost meditative. He's calm, even surgical. His game is built on patience, timing, and poise, not brute force or highlight chasing. And that demeanor, it's not just style, it's strategy. Every possession, every dribble, every fake, it's all calculated. While defenders rush, Shai waits. While others explode, Shai flows. He's not in a hurry, because he controls the pace. But don't mistake that calm for softness. Behind that quiet face is a killer instinct, a fire that was lit in Hamilton gyms and refined on NBA hardwoods. His work ethic? Impeccable. His film study? Relentless. His leadership? Organic. He leads not by yelling, but by example. And off the court, he's become a fashion icon, regularly appearing on league-wide best-dressed lists. But even in that world, he's subtle, blending style with substance. He's proof that you can be reserved and still command the room. In a league full of noise, SGA is silence weaponized. No chaos, no panic, just calm execution under pressure. That's not just talent, that's mental mastery. Part 8, legacy in the making. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is still just getting started. NBA MVP candidate, NBA champion, All-NBA first-team Olympic, hopes with Team Canada, the face of a rising Thunder dynasty. And the scary part? He's only 27 years old. What began as a quiet dream in Canada is now a global force. He's not chasing anyone else's shadow. He's carving his own path. The game didn't see him coming. Now it can't take its eyes off him. The game is his now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, isn't loud. He doesn't need to be. Because when he steps on the court, the message is clear. You can keep your hype, I'll keep winning. From a skinny Canadian teenager to an NBA superstar, SGA proves one thing. You don't have to be loud to be legendary. And make no mistake, he's building a legacy that will echo through the league for years to come. This has been NBA Deep Dive. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of the game's rising legends and timeless icons. Because the next generation is already here, and SGA is leading it.